Okay, preparing everything. Nice. Okay, so let's come to sit first. Well, I'm renovating my house, so it's all very dusty here. But let's come to a seated position, and you can sit cross-legged like this. If that's not nice for you, you can also sit differently. You can sit on your knees if you want to, something like that. And maybe you have a cushion or something, or maybe something like a book or something that you can sit on, and that can lift the hips a little bit, and it can make it a little bit easier to sit upright like that. Good. So then we start first with a little bit of breathing, so just come to a nice position where you can sit upright. Let's start with closing the eyes. And so you sit as tall as you can without putting too much effort in it. And so spine nice and long, shoulders relaxed. You start with breathing in and out through the nose with a nice, slow, comfortable breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Or try to keep that slow breathing throughout the practice, throughout the class. And if you notice that your breathing goes a little bit quicker, then maybe you want to take it down a little bit. Try a little less hard. Because in yoga, it's important that the breath stays nice and steady. That's more important than how deep you are in a pose or how far you go. So having your shoulders relaxed, and relax your face and your jaw. Shoulders relaxed. Now as you sit here, you bring the awareness to the lower back, to the lower part of your spine. Maybe it feels a little stiff or a little tight right there. That will be one of the areas that we're going to work on a lot. So hopefully after class, it's going to feel different. So maybe now it feels a little bit stiff or a little bit tired. Hopefully it feels better after class. Let's take 2 more long, deep breaths. Feeling how your diaphragm moves at the bottom of your ribcage. Good. Very slowly, you can start with opening up the eyes. And then you can come to roll onto your back. So you roll onto the back in a laying position, just like so. And then we're going to start warming up. I'm going to change the view of the computer so I can see you guys. There. Yep. Good. So you're laying on your back, just like so. And so the head is supported and the whole spine is supported. We're going to slowly warm up. Yeah? So you can start with bringing the knees in and hold your hands onto your knees. Then start first to make a couple of circles. So circle your knees as they stay together. And as you circle the knees, you feel your lower back and your pelvis touching the floor. So your sacrum is touching onto the floor and you're rolling around it. But roll the other way around. So you feel the left part of your hip. You might feel a little bit your tailbone and the right part of the hip. And then your sacrum bone, right? Which is the back of your pelvis, the back of your hips. Good. Now we're going to separate the knees and we're going to circle with the knees separated. And if you circle with the knees separated, then you're moving the upper leg in the hip socket, and that is creating space in the hip, right? So don't worry about what it looks like, or don't worry if you're doing it correctly, yes or no. It's more about creating some space in the hips, because that will also give you space in the back eventually. Good. Okay. Nice. You can keep the knees up like that. And then you're going to turn a little bit more up in the spine, a little bit more towards the middle back. So you're going to rock a little bit from side to side. So you see I'm lifting my shoulder blades as well, and I'm lifting the elbows, and I'm rocking a little bit from side to side. If it's too much for the head, you can keep the head down. Yeah, but this is going to bring a little bit more awareness to the middle back. Right? So you can breathe there between your shoulder blades. And as you do that, you want to move your jaw as well. So relaxing your jaw, relaxing your neck. And so just everything loosens up before we get started. Okay, nice. Slowly you're going to bring the feet down. So the feet are going to stay on the floor, and also the hips, the pelvis will stay on the floor. We're going to start with the left arm under the right arm, and then see if you can grab your hands. We call this eagle arms. If it doesn't really happen, if there's a lot of tension, you can also grab your shoulders. But if you can, you hold onto your wrist or your hand or something like that. Good. Nice. So then from there, we're going to move a little bit from side to side, from left to right. Yeah, so we're rolling again from side to side, still relaxing in the throat, relaxing in the neck. We want to keep the feet a little bit still, the hips a little bit still. Yeah, so you can lift up your head as well, so you start to activate a little bit the upper back and the shoulders. Nice. And then to activate also a little bit of the abdominal muscles, we're going to take it into circles. So you're going to go to the right, lift up your head and your shoulders, you go to the left, and then you go back down. Yeah, so you go to the right, to the center, up, and then to the left and down. You feel your abs, right? Your belly. One more time this way. Good, and then we're going to go the other way around. So you go to the left, you go to the center, up, and to the right, and back down. And the higher you go up, the more you're going to feel your lower abdominals, your lower abs switching on. One more circle. Okay, keep your arms, place your head down, and then see if you can lift your elbows up and try to touch with your fingertips behind your head. You might touch the floor, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But then you keep your fingers there and you breathe towards your armpits. So breathing there into the armpits. For some people this is very tight, for some people it's easy to do this. Doesn't matter who you are, just breathe as long as you feel some stretch. Okay, good. Now releasing the arms down, releasing the arms. You might feel some sensation going through the arms and the shoulders. And then we can step the feet a little bit wider and drop both of your knees over to the right. Yeah? So my feet are a little bit wider and the knees are dropping both of them to the right. Now, if I look down at my left leg, I want to have my left knee pointing straight forward, so straight down the middle of my mat. So you might have to pick up the foot and bring it a little bit more down to the center. So I'm straight down with the left leg. The left knee is not too far out to the side, but it's more pointing down my mat like that. Good. I'm going to reach the left arm, overhead. And then I'm going to create circles again. So I'm going to reach over to the left, lift up the head, lift up the shoulders, and then reach down. And so slowly lift up. I'm moving my arm, but I let the head and the shoulders and the spine respond to it. Good, I'm going to go the other way around. So circling the arm and see whatever goes along with it. Okay, good. So the next time that the left arm is overhead, you're going to keep the left arm overhead. And it's okay if your left side of the butt cheek lifts off the floor, the left side of the hip, let it lift off the floor. And just reach with your left arm up and your left knee down as you breathe into the left side, into the left lower ribs. Now, if this is okay, you can put the right foot on top of the knee. That's going to create more stretch if you want to, right? If it's too much, don't do it. If it's painful in the knee, then stop it. But if it's okay, if it gives you a nice extra stretch in the front of the left hip, then it's nice to place the right foot underneath. Okay, great. Slowly coming out of it, placing both feet back flat onto the floor. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Yes? So the other side meaning we're starting now with the right arm on top. The right arm, the eagle arms again, right arm on top of the left, and you hold on to your wrist or hand or whatever you can reach. Both feet are going to stay down and grounded, and the hips are going to stay still. And the more you can do that, the more you're going to engage the abdominals. Yeah, we're going to start first lifting the head and the shoulder blades, rocking side to side. Yeah, so the rocking side to side activates the middle back and the upper back and the shoulder blades. Still keeping your neck and your throat relaxed, your jaw relaxed. Good, then we're going to go into the circles. So you're going to go to the left, to the center, to the right, and down. Try to keep your feet grounded. Try to keep your pelvis as still as possible, but move your upper spine. Good, then turn the other way around. So you go to the right, to the center, up, the left, and down. 2 more. Inhale as you go up, and exhale as you go down. 1 more, still trying to keep the neck relaxed, even though the head has to come up. Slowly you're going to take everything down again, back with your head onto the floor. Keep your arms and reach your arms back behind you. And it might be that one side is easier than the other side. So it might be that this is your easier side or your hardest side. Breathe into the armpits. Try to touch with your fingertips back behind your head, touching the floor. Okay, slowly releasing. Arms down. Feet a little wider. And then drop your knees the other way around. So you're going to drop both knees over to the left. Nice. So on this side, you can see it a little bit better. I'm catching my foot so I can bring the knee a little bit more down. But it also depends on your knee. Don't hurt your knee, right? But if you can, your right knee is going to go straight down. Yeah? So I was here. I was dropping the knees to the left. And then I want to have the knee a little bit more down. So you can catch the foot if that helps. Okay, the right arm goes up and we're going to make circles with the right arm. Yeah, so we're going to go over to the right, reach to the knee, let the head and shoulders follow, reaching over to the left and reaching up. To the right, down, looking at your knee, to the left and your head down. 1 more like that, circling. And then you're going to go the other way around. So you're going to go first to the left, then down, look at your knee, over to the right. You go to the left, down, lifting, engaging the abdominals. And 1 more time, reaching down. And the next time that the right arm is up, you're going to keep the right arm up. And if you want more stretch, if it's okay for your hip and your knee, you can place the left foot on top of the right knee. But if it hurts your knee, don't do it. Yeah? It's just if you have that space in the front of the hip, it might give you a little bit of an extra stretch in the front of the hip. Yeah? But if that's too much for you, then just keep the knee down like that. Keep the arm up and try to breathe here into the low part of your ribs. Okay, nice. Slowly take yourself out of that. Good. You can roll over to one side, your right side or your left side, and slowly help yourself all the way up. Nice. So it's already a little bit of a warm-up for the spine. Yeah? A nice way of moving the spine a little bit, and it's in contact with the floor, so it's a little bit more relaxed. Yeah? Okay, now we're going to add a little bit on, and we're going to be a little bit more active. We're going to come off the floor. So let's start with the right foot in front of the left. So if I turn here, you see my right foot is in front of the left foot. Yeah? So I'm going to face the front of my mat. You do the same. And then the right foot is in front of the left foot. Okay, your hands are going to be on your knees. And then you can start by arching the back. So you reach the hips back and the chest forwards, just like an arch, like a hollow back. Yeah? And in this arch, in this hollow back, you're going to take it down. So inhaling, reaching up, and then slowly folding forwards. As you exhale, you reach back, you round your spine, and you roll all the way up. Yeah? So inhale as you go forwards, and slowly coming up. Slowly down, and rolling up. See if you can move your hips with it as you make that movement. Up, forwards, and then round your spine to come all the way back up. Good, nice. You're gonna place your feet flat onto the floor, and we roll down. So we're gonna go roll down slowly, slowly, back onto the floor again. Arms are gonna reach out, and the feet will be flat underneath the knees, yeah? Now first, we're gonna stick out the tailbone, so you arch a little bit your back, yeah? So you make a hollow back. Good. Now, that's your starting position. From there, you're gonna tuck your tailbone under, press the lower back into the floor, and then slowly, slowly lift your hips up. Yeah, then slowly you're gonna roll down. So one vertebra, the upper back first, one vertebra at a time, the middle back, the lower back. And then we go back to this position where you're arching the lower back, yeah, where you're sticking your tailbone out. So tuck your tailbone, press your lower back in the floor, exhale to come up. And as you inhale, you roll down, and you try to touch all vertebrae, all part of the spine down onto the floor. So this is, and then you arch your spine, yeah? You stick your butt out. So tuck tailbone under, exhale to come up. This, you should feel this as a massage of your spine onto the floor, yeah? So it's not so much about how high you come up, but it's more about your back pressing into the floor, nice massage. Tuck the tailbone, exhale as you lift up. You press your feet into the floor to lift up. And then in the inhale, you roll, you round your spine slowly, slowly all the way down. Good. You separate the feet a little bit. You're going to drop the knees over to the left. Then you're going to drop the knees over to the right. We'll do that a couple of times. Yeah? So inhale the knees to the left. And exhale the knees to the right. So separate the feet a little bit. Yeah, so my feet are at the corners of my mat, and it's almost like I can touch the knees onto the floor, side to side. So hope, see if you can separate your feet a little bit, so the knees are a little bit wider, and they have more space to drop down. Yes, good. Okay, next time, you just continue going, but next time as your knees are to the right, you're going to keep the knees over onto the right. Knees to the right. Then you're going to roll over onto your right side, so your left arm goes over to the right as well. Yeah? You press with the left hand. You can use the left leg straight to press yourself all the way up. Nice. So now my left leg is straight and my right knee is bent. I'm a little bit off my yoga mat, but that's fine. So I'm sitting up tall. We're going to repeat all of this, by the way, so if it gets confusing, it's going to get easier. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. We're going to reach with the right arm all the way down, reaching for the foot. And as you inhale, you reach all the way up and you come back up to seated. So exhale, the right arm reaches down over to the foot. And as you inhale, you come all the way up. It's like you're reaching over the horizon, reaching all the way low, rounded spine, and inhaling all the way up. 2 more times. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and inhaling all the way up. Good, nice. So coming to your front of your mat, place your hands down, and let's step the feet back. So we step into a downward facing dog. You're gonna bend the knees, left and right, left and right. So you move around a little bit in your downward facing dog. Nice. From there, you're going to shift forwards, come into plank pose. Yeah. You can place your knees down onto the floor for the first one, bending your elbows and slowly lower down all the way onto the floor. Good. Now, once you're on the floor, you're going to release the right leg a little bit further back, and then release the left leg a little bit further back. So you're creating a little bit of space in the front of the hips. The hands are next to your chest. And as you inhale, you peel your upper body off the floor. And as you exhale, you're going to go slowly down. 2 more times. Try not to use your hands too much, but see if you can use the strength of the spine coming up and down. 1 more time, peeling all the way up. And then releasing all the way down. Good. Curl your toes under. Use your knees to press down. Lift up through the hips. and find downward facing dog again. Bending your knees, left and right, left and right. Breathing still deeply in through the nose and deeply out through the nose. Good. Okay. Lift your left leg up in the air and bend your right knee just a little bit. Yeah, so right knee is bent so you can create a little bit of a pushing. So you can push your left foot forwards and step it in between your hands. Now, if that's not possible for you, if you end up here, right, you help your foot to go forwards in between your hands. Yeah, just help your foot forwards. Good. Your back knee is down, your back toes are curled under. Both of your arms. Inhaling, reaching all the way up. And then exhaling, coming down. I have to go a little bit here because I'm falling off screen. So inhaling all the way up with your arms. And then exhaling back down. One more circle. Inhaling all the way up. And then exhaling all the way down. Good. We're going to turn to the long edge of the mat. So you're going to turn over onto the side. And you're here in a wide-legged stance. Looking at the side of the mat, the long side of the mat. You're going to walk your hands a little bit forward. So it's kind of like a wide downward facing dog. And we'll do some side squats. So as you inhale, you bend your right knee. And as you exhale, you bend your left knee. Yeah, so inhale to the right. You feel the inside of the leg stretching, and you bend the left. Yeah, so breathing still as you switch side to side. Okay. Nice. From there, bending the knees, walking your hands back, and then getting your feet a little bit closer, you can walk until you're seated in a squat like so. Yeah? Don't worry if your heels are not touching the floor, that's fine. I'll take off my shirt. Getting warm already. So no worries if your heels don't touch the floor, that's all fine. We're going to move a little bit from side to side. So you can place your hands down onto the floor, and then just move from one side to the other side. You see if I do that, my heels lifting off the floor and touching down onto the floor. And I turn a little bit with my upper body, so that creates a little bit of space in the hips, space on the inside of the legs. They call this one the dancing monkey sometimes, so maybe that gives you a little bit of an idea of what to do, a visualization of what to do. Good. Nice. Okay. Good. Walk your hands back forwards. And let's come on to the mat again. Yeah? So we're going to walk over onto the side, so we're back onto the mat. Slowly see if you can sit down. Yeah? And then see if you can lift up your feet. And it's hard to do that slow sitting down without falling, but that's why we're going to repeat it a couple of times so you can practice that. Good. You can bend your knees and then reach the arms forward. So you're sitting on top of your sit bones, and this requires some abdominal strength, so you have to pull the belly in. Knees together if you can, and feet in line with the knees. Shoulders down, belly in, and keep on breathing, right? In through the nose, long and deep out through the nose. Good. Slowly you come back to sit, and this time it's the left foot in front of the right foot. Okay, that was the first round. That's always the hardest one because you don't know what to expect, you don't know where to go. But now we've done one side, so this left side is going to be a little bit easier. And then we're going to repeat and repeat this, so it's going to get easier and easier. Yeah? Starting with the hands on the knees. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and then exhaling, rolling down. Inhaling, coming up, sticking your chest forwards, and then exhaling, going down. Inhaling up. So see if you can think about waving through the spine. Yeah, moving your spine up and down. And it's not so much about what to do on the way down or what to do on the way up, but see if you can create some movement in the whole spine. Good. One more time, inhaling as you come up, and then exhaling as you go down. Then we go up. We place the feet out in front. And again, we try to roll down slowly and not falling. Yeah? So reaching the hands forwards, tuck your tailbone, round your spine, and slowly, try not to fall, slowly, slowly come down. Maybe the last bit you fall, but you try to make that last bit small, yeah? Feet flat onto the floor, arms reaching out wide. And then again, we start first with sticking out the tailbone, yeah? And then we're gonna start exhaling, tuck the tailbone under, press the feet, and slowly, slowly lift up, massaging your spine. Going down, we start in the upper back, then the middle back lowers down onto the floor. Tailbone is still tucked so you can get the lower back onto the floor. Now to get the tailbone all the way onto the floor, you stick out your tailbone. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in and roll all the way up. Inhaling, slowly, slowly rolling down. Yeah, my tailbone is still tucked, but now I want to get the tailbone to the floor as well, so then I'm going to stick my hips back. Exhale, I'm tucking under, then slowly, slowly lifting up, pressing the feet down, and then slowly rolling down. It's not about how high you come, it's more about the contact you make with the floor. One more time, massaging your spine onto the floor, exhaling as you go up, and then inhaling, slowly, slowly releasing down. Good. Feet are going to be a little bit wider. We start, knees going over to the right, coming all the way up, knees going over to the left. Exhaling as you go to the right with the knees are bent, feet are wide. Inhaling as you go all the way to the left. To the right, and to the left. And since we're starting with this first flow, we're going to do these things a couple of times. Later, we're going to go a little bit quicker. Next time that your knees are over to the left, you're going to stay at the left. Reach with your right arm over to the left as well. And slowly get yourself up. You can extend your right leg if you want to until you're all the way back up, seated. Okay? The left arm is reaching up and it's reaching down towards your foot. Exhale. Inhaling all the way up. And then exhaling, reaching all the way down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. 2 more times. Inhale. Notice how the whole back body is stretching and everything has to work together to be able to get this to move and to flow. Slowly all the way up. Nice. From there, you're going to look at the front of your mat and then place your hands to the front as you step into your downward facing dog. Move around a little bit in your downward facing dog. Okay, for the first side, we're still going to place the knees down onto the floor, shift the body weight a little bit forwards, bend the elbows, and slowly, controlled, come down onto the floor. And if you do it slow, it's going to create some strength in the arms. Good. Hands a little bit wider, extend one leg, extend the other leg, so you're creating space in the front of the hips. Yeah? We're going to peel the upper body off the floor and slowly exhaling down. So slowly lifting up and slowly down, pulling the navel away from the mat as you slowly lift up. Let the back do the work, not so much let the arms do the work. And so the hands don't push very hard. I could be able to do this without my hands as well and really working in the back. Okay, from there, curling the toes under, pressing the knees into the floor, lift up through the hips and lift up into your downward facing dog. Press the hands firmly into the floor, activating the arms. You can move your knees left and right if that feels nice and comfortable. Stretching a little bit the backs of the legs. Okay, the right leg this time comes up in the air. The left knee bends, so you can be springy in that left leg, and it can help you to push forwards. Yeah, so as you exhale, you push forwards, and you step that right foot forwards. And if it doesn't work, yeah, help the foot forwards. So now you're with the foot forwards and the knee down. I'm going to scooch to the side so you can see. Both arms are going to reach up, inhale, and then you're going to slowly go down as you exhale. So inhale, the arms go up, the hips go a little bit back, and then you reach the arms down as the hips go forwards. One more circle, both arms go up, and the hands go back down. Good. From there, you step towards the long side of the mat. So you're going to turn the other way around, and there you're at the long side of your mat. You're walking your hands just a little bit forward, so it's like a long downward facing dog, and then you bend your left knee, exhaling, you're bending your right knee. Inhaling, you're bending your left knee. Exhaling, you're bending your right knee. So the inner legs are really stretching. The inner legs of that leg that is straight. The lower that you bring your hips, the more stretch you're going to feel. Good. So if you want less stretch, don't go so high. Okay. From there, you're going to heel toe your feet in, walk your hands back. I'm going to turn around. So you're in a squat. You're still facing the other way, but I'm turning around, otherwise you can't see. And we're going to move from side to side. The hands are going to stay down. Let your heels lift off the floor, right? So one foot lifts and the other one goes down. And that's nice because then the feet and the ankles and the toes can start to wake up and move. It's good to use and move these small muscles and small joints around the feet because they are the ones that carry you all day. It might feel a little bit stiff, but it's good to give them some attention. Okay, nice. See if you can walk back up to the front of the mat. It's a little bit like walking like a duck, but that's okay. It opens up the hips as well. So from there, we're back on the front of the mat. Remember that we start to slowly sit. Try not to fall. See if you can go slowly to sit, and then lifting your feet off the floor, reaching your arms forwards. Yeah, and sometimes when you go to sit, you have to use that hand behind you. That's fine, but try to make it light. Hands reaching forwards, now lifting up the chest. Squeeze the knees together. Draw the belly in, lower the shoulders down. And one more long, deep breath. Breathe in through the nose, and long, deep breath out through the nose. Good. Come to sit down again. The right foot is in front of the left foot. Hands on your knees. And take a moment to close your eyes. Closing the eyes, notice how the spine is feeling right now. How's your breath doing? Is your breath very quick and through the mouth? Or is your breath still nice and slow and through the nose? What's the quality of your breathing? And if you notice that your quality of breath is very poor, then see if you can make the breath a little bit longer and create a better quality of breath. Shoulders, head, face, jaw relaxed. One more long, deep breath. Okay, open up your eyes. We're going to do a second round, a little quicker because we know what to expect. Hands on the knees. Yeah? Inhaling, pressing the chest forwards. Exhale as you fold forwards. Coming all the way up, rounding the spine. Inhale. Exhaling as you go down. Inhaling all the way up. This is the last round. And then exhaling, folding forwards. Coming up all the way as you inhale. Placing your feet in front of you. Reaching the arms forwards. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under and slowly roll down. See if you can engage the lower abdominals. Try not to fall. Good. Step your feet in a little closer so your feet are underneath the knees. Arms out wide to the side. Stick your tailbone out. Inhale as you place your hands down. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Press your feet into the floor and roll all the way up. Inhaling slowly down. Feel how your upper back, middle back, lower back, and tailbone are massaging onto the floor. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Press your feet to roll all the way up. Inhaling, slowly press your spine into the floor. One more. Exhale as you come up. Especially the lower back is the hard part to get into the floor. So see if you can round your back a little bit more, create more heaviness in the lower back to touch it onto. Good. Separate the feet a little bit wider. Knees first go to the right. Inhaling to the center, knees to the left. Exhaling, knees up. and to the right. Reaching with your left arm all the way over, rolling over onto your right side. Extend the left leg, the top leg. Use your hands to press up and come all the way to seated. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Inhale, reach the arm up. Then reaching over to the foot as you exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, reaching down towards the foot. Inhale all the way up. And then exhaling, going towards the foot. One more. Inhaling up. And exhaling all the way down. Take your inhale to come up. Yeah, turn to the long edge, the short edge of the mat, the front of the mat as you cross your feet. Inhale to place your hands onto the floor. And as you exhale, you step back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in through the nose and breathing long and deep out through the nose. Paddle your feet if you want to. Move around if that feels nice. Okay, from there we're going to lift the left leg up. Keep the right knee bent. Yeah, bounce a couple of times. So you can get the left foot to step forwards in between the hands, and the right knee goes down onto the floor. Good. Reaching both arms up. Inhale. And then reaching down. Hands into your front knee. So both of your hands go onto your left knee. And then you're going to reach your right arm up and then reaching it over to the left. So you feel a stretch here on the right side. The right arm is up and you're stretching it over to the left side. So I'm stretching towards the wall over here. So I'm feeling this stretch in the front of the hip, but also a little bit into the right side of the lower back. Staying there for one more long, deep breath. Okay, I'm going to go down with both of the hands, turning all the way towards the long edge of the mat. I'm walking my hands a little bit forward so I have some support. Side squats to the right. Inhale over to the left. Exhale over to the right. Inhale over to the left. Both sides, one more time to the right. And over to the left. Good. So you can heel toe your feet. It means your heels go in, your toes go in, your heels go in, your toes go in, and that's how you end up in a squat. You can also walk if you want to, but that's a way to slowly get into your squat. Good. Also here we start with the moving around, but we're going to make it a little bit more difficult by keeping the left arm down, leaning into the left, and reaching the right arm up. Then we're going to switch to the other side. I'm reaching the right hand down, my right heel is up, and I'm reaching the left arm up. So you can go from side to side, and if you add the arms to it, then you're going to feel a lot more going on in your back. Remember that your heels don't have to touch the floor. And so if your heels don't touch the floor, it might give more space for your hips, for your ball and socket joints. Good. Okay. Nice. Okay. From there, the feet are going to be down onto the floor. Watch out if you have a short ceiling, because we're going to come to stand. So press your feet into the floor, reach the arms forwards. Inhale, see if you can stand all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees and lower all the way down. Yeah, bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling, lowering, bending the knees, coming all the way down. Reach forwards. Inhale as you come up. And exhale, slowly lowering down. That's turning the heat up, right? You're becoming nice and warm because of this. So again, like a duck, you walk back onto your mat. And also from this side, you have a better view. You're going to try to keep your arms and your knees in contact. Yeah? So I have my arms right on top of the knees. I'm making my hands flat, elbows or wrists bent, and I'm going to reach forwards with my hands, touching them onto the floor. I lift up onto the knees, and I can see if I can shift some body weight forwards. I'm keeping my toes down, and that's all that we do for now. Hands go down onto the floor. Bend your elbows, look forwards. Keep your toes down. It's about shifting body weight into the hands. That's all for now. Don't go too far because you're going to fall on your face. So hands pressed down, look forwards. Weight into the hands and coming back. Good. Slowly come to sit back. See if you can do this without hands behind, without the hands touching. And then you come back to this boat pose position. Good. You can move around a little bit in your boat pose. Just, it's kind of like you're swimming or something. So there's not a way to do this wrong or right. But you feel as you start to move like this that your abdominals start to engage. Some heat comes up in the body. Nice. Okay. And then slowly the left foot goes in front and the hands go back on the knees. Close your eyes, take a couple of breaths. We brought the heart rate up, standing up and down, engaging the abdominals. It's all heat creating. So take a moment to close the eyes. Take a couple of long, deep breaths to settle your breath, to bring the breathing down, to calm the body again. One more breath like this. Then slowly you open up the eyes again. The left side, hands onto the knees. It's getting easier and easier because we're repeating. Inhale, lift the chest. Fold forwards. And then slowly roll all the way up as you exhale. Inhaling, lifting and folding forwards. Exhaling, rounding, sitting back behind the sit bones to come up. One more. Inhale. And then exhaling, rolling all the way down. Inhaling. And then slowly placing your feet out in front. Roll down. Tuck the tailbone. See if you can really go slow, because if you go slow, you really get into your abdominals. If you fall down, it's not that hard. Going slow is a lot harder for your abdominals. Arms roll, go out wide to the side, your feet underneath your knees. Inhale, start with your tailbone sticking out. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, press your feet into the floor to roll all the way up. And then massaging your spine down as you inhale. Lower back, pelvis, and then stick your toe out to get the tailbone to the floor. Tuck the tailbone, exhale, slowly, lower back, middle back, upper back. And then inhaling, upper back, middle back, lower back, back of the hips, tailbone. One more time. Exhaling, going up. Inhaling, slowly down. Good, separate the feet a little bit wider. Knees drop to the left. Lift up your knees over to the right. Knees to the left. Both of them one more time. Exhale over to the right. And then inhaling over to the knee and take your arm with you, your right arm with you. Extend the top leg, push yourself up as you exhale, so you're all the way up into the seated position. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Left arm up, inhale, reaching all the way down, reach for your foot, exhale. Inhaling, coming up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling. Just let your spine respond, your head respond. One more, inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhaling all the way up. And then crossing the feet and stepping into your downward facing dog. Placing your hands down first, stepping back into your down dog. Pressing your hands down firmly. If you feel pressure in the wrists, spread your fingers wide and make sure that you press your whole hand down onto the floor. Good. The left knee is going to be bent. The right leg is going to come up. Bounce that left leg. The more that you bounce, the more that you can push off with that left foot. Push the right foot forward. So if it comes here, help it forward and place your left knee down. I'm going to scooch to the side again so you can see. Reaching both arms up, inhale. And then we're going to place both hands onto the right knee, onto the front knee. The left arm is going to come up, and then you're side stretching over to the side. So I'm side stretching towards you guys right now. So I feel the front of the left hip stretching and the left side of my lower back stretching as well. And maybe a little bit of the neck stretching as well, because I'm making this side bend towards you guys. Okay. Inhaling, coming all the way back up. Place your hands down, and as you exhale, you're going to go to the long edge of your mat, turning over to the left. Walking your hands just a little bit forwards. Bend your right knee. Exhale, bend your left. Inhale your right. Exhale your left. Inhale your right. Exhale your left. Good. You can heel toe your feet if you want to. Walk your hands back. You can also step or you can jump. And so you're back into the squat position. Good. From the squat, we're going to reach side to side. And if you want to, if it felt nice, you can use your hands with it. Yeah, so you're turning side to side, lifting one arm up and lifting the other arm up. Good. Don't worry about heels touching or not. Don't worry about your knees going out to the side. It's all nice because it's creating space in the hips for them to move. And the hips are the base for your spine. So if your hips are a little bit more loose, your spine is going to feel a lot looser as well. It's going to feel like it has more space. Okay, good. So like a duck, we're going to walk back to the front of the mat. Just a short duck walk. If you do this long duck walk, it's a lot harder. And we're going to, again, keep the arms on top of the knees. So what we do with the lower arm, with the forearm, is that we create kind of like a shelf for the knees to be on. So the hands are going to go down onto the floor. I'm bending the elbows, and I'm shifting the body weight forwards. You feel quite some pressure here. Some people get even bruises because of trying this. So it's normal to find some pressure. Yeah? My hands go down, I lean forwards, and I get used to being on the hands. You don't have to lift the feet yet. Yeah? So shift forwards, draw your belly in, use your abdominal muscles as you lift up high. One more time. You try to come high onto your toes. Your hands press down, your fingers spread wide, and you come high onto your toes. Good. Slowly all the way back. Come to sit down. Slow, controlled. Lift your feet. Yeah, nice. And from there you can move around. And the lower you go as you move around, the harder it is. And so you can think about moving through water or something like that. And just moving around, moving intuitively, and your abdominals will switch on automatically. Good. And slowly you can sit with your right foot in front of your left foot. We're going to repeat everything just one more time. I forgot the standing up and down part, but I bet you don't mind that I forgot that part because it's a tiring part. We'll do it on the next round, I won't forget. Yeah? Think about when to close your eyes and feel. And maybe feeling your belly warm because we're using the abdominals quite a bit. And that's protecting the lower back as well as we activate the abdominals. Take a long, deep breath in. And fully exhale through the nose. Maybe through the mouth if you want to. Hands on the knees, open the eyes. Yeah, we're going to go for another round. Inhaling, arching up, folding forwards. Exhaling, rounding as you come all the way up. Inhaling, heart forwards. Exhaling, rolling all the way up. You can use your hands a little bit to press last round. Good, nice. Separate your feet. You're scooching back all the time, so you might have to walk a little forwards and then rolling all the way down towards your bridge pose. Arms go out. Yeah. Stick your tailbone out, inhale. Tuck your tailbone under and then lift up. You might notice that you start to lift up higher because we're repeating this all the time. It might be easier for you to lift up. But remember, the massaging part is the nicest part of this exercise. One more. Exhaling as you go all the way up. And inhaling as you go slowly down. Separate your feet. Knees to the right. Inhale. Knees over to the left. Exhale. Knees to the right. Inhale. We're going to turn straight away. Take your arm with you. Extend your top leg. Push with your arms. Exhale to come all the way up to seated pose. Reaching arms up. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling, going nice and low with the upper body. Inhaling up. You use your left hand a little bit to press. Especially as you come up, it's nice to hold, to push a little bit with the other hand. All the way up. Good, nice. From there, you're going to cross the legs. Step into your downward facing dog. From the down dog, we're going to shift into the plank pose. You can place the knees like we did before, but you can also do this with the legs straight. Shift your body weight forwards. Bend your elbows to slowly lower down all the way, not too quickly. Lengthen the legs, create space in the front of the hips. Inhale, peel the upper body off the floor. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, peel the upper body off. Exhale to lower down. Now slide your hands back a little bit. Press your feet into the floor and see if you can lift up into your upward facing dog where you're lifting your hips off the floor as well. Now you can press with the arms. Slowly lower all the way down. We're going to try that another time. Press the feet, press the hands. Lift up your hips as well. Good. Now from there, lift up the hips, flip your toes and lift up back into downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, the left leg lifts into the sky, the right knee is going to be bent. Bounce a couple of times to go to the front of your mat. And step your left foot forwards. Good, help your foot forwards if it needs it. Good. Inhale to circle all the way up. Nice, and then place both hands onto your left knee. I'm going to move this a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Good. So your hands onto your front knee. Yeah. And we're going to start with reaching the right arm up. And now we're going to reach back with that right arm. And we're going to go back to the front. Yeah. So as I'm reaching back with the right arm, I'm pushing the hips forwards. And I come out of that stretch. Right. So I find a little bit of that stretch. And then I come out of that stretch. My back foot is curled under, so I can press with both feet to come out. One more time, we go up and then we stay. We stay in that stretch. Your left foot is pushing forwards. Also, your left hand is pushing forwards. So then you can lift up your heart and arch back. Breathe and stay there for 3, for 2. Watch your neck. And 1. Good. Slowly releasing down and going to the long edge of your mat. Turn your toes forwards, walk your hands a little forwards. Bend your right knee. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, bend your left knee. Good. When you come to the center, you can heel toe or you can take a little hop with your feet closer. Nice. We're back into this moving of the squat with the arm lifting up. And you can continue doing that. But if you want an extra challenge, maybe you're up for an extra challenge, then you can bring your right hand up and then lower your right hand. I will turn so you can see a little bit better. Lower your right hand to your lower back. Okay? Now the left arm is going to go under the knee and see if you can grab. Yeah, then you're still opening up to the right. So maybe one heel is down and the other heel is lifted. That's still okay. And and see if you can spin the chest bone. Good. Slowly coming down, and we'll do the other side. So the right hand is going to be down, and the left arm is up. I like to have the right heel lifted. Yeah? But see whatever helps for you. Left hand onto the lower back, turning the elbow down, catching the arm, and then lean into the right leg, open up to the left. And just see if you want to have the foot down, or if you want to have the heel up, whatever gives you more space to move. Good. I'm not forgetting this time. Reaching the arms forwards, too bad for you guys. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Exhaling, bending the knees and lowering down. Inhaling, reaching up, come up to stand. And then exhaling, lowering all the way down. Inhale, come up to stand. And bending the knees, lowering down. One more time, come up to stand. And then you stay in the standing position. I'm going to turn so you can see. You're going to bend the left knee a little bit and reach with your right arm over to your left knee. Then you're going to stand up, balancing on this left knee, and get your left elbow to the right knee. Yeah? So slowly you're going to go down, right elbow to the left knee, and like you're ready to run. And then it's like a dancing Shiva statue where the left elbow is to the right knee. Yeah, 2 more times. Exhaling as you go down. And then inhaling, coming up. The leg that you're standing on, balancing on, is getting tired. Exhaling, going down. And inhaling, coming all the way up. Good. Stand with your both feet onto the floor. Turn to face the front of your mat. Bend your knees. And slowly lower down again. Good. We're back here. Yeah? Knees in touching with your upper arms. And now let's see if we can go forwards and maybe lift one foot. Or maybe you're just lifting one toe. That might be nice too. Yeah? Let's try. We're going to turn the hands down, shift the body weight forwards, and maybe you can just lift one foot. And maybe it's just 1 second. Keep looking forwards with your chin, shift your body weight forwards. Slowly lower down. If you're going to look down, yeah, then that's where your body weight is going to go and you're going to fall on your face. So look a little forwards. It's going to make it easier to balance. Yeah? And if you're scared, grab a cushion and place it under your face. Yeah? We're going to try again. So arms and legs are touching. Hands go down. Shift forwards. Look forwards and see if you can lift the left foot. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Your elbows want to slide out, so keep pressing your elbows into the center. We're trying one more time. Hands down. Shift your body weight onto your knees. If you can lift one foot, great. Maybe you can lift both feet. Kind of grab the floor with your fingers. Maybe you're lifting none of your feet. That's also fine. And slowly lower down. Good. That's not an easy pose. It requires some practice. So don't worry if you didn't get it, if you're not all the way lifted up yet. It requires some practice. Come to sit. Yeah. Lift up your feet. Shins parallel. Good. You can go for the moving variation if you like that. But you can also try to lift your legs up high. Don't sit down, but keep your chest lifted as you extend the legs for 4, 3, keep your spine up, 2, and 1. The left foot will be in front of the right foot. Hands on your knees and close your eyes. Just notice how you feel in your body. How does your spine, how does your back feel? And how your spine and your back feel is more important than if you can lift your feet off the floor, yes or no. Yeah, so the arm balance is a hard thing to try. It's not easy. The crow pose, it's called. But, don't take it too seriously. It's more about giving it a try, working on shifting body weight into your hands. You really have to get used to it. Your wrists have to get used to it. So if it didn't work out, don't worry about it. Just laugh at it. Try again some other time. And so don't get that negative idea in your body of, oh, I cannot do this, because that's such a waste of energy. Let's just try to stay positive as we're going to do this last round here. Just take a long, deep breath. And exhale, let all the negativity go. Open up the eyes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forwards. Move all the way up as you inhale. Fold forwards. Exhale. Inhaling, rolling all the way up. And exhale down. Coming up, inhale, staying up, placing your feet to the front. Rolling slowly down, exhale by tucking the tailbone, rolling all the way up to the back. This is the last round, the last side. Arms out in the T position and place your feet flat onto the floor. Stick out your tailbone, inhale. Tuck your tailbone under, roll up, exhale all the way up. Inhaling, rolling all the way down. Also your tailbone. Exhaling, pressing your feet, tucking the tailbone, lifting up. Inhaling, rolling down. One more. Exhale as you roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhaling, rolling all the way down and stick out your tailbone. Separate your feet. Turn your knees to the left. Inhale. Bring up your knees, move them to the right. Exhale. Bring up your knees, turn to the left all the way with your upper body as well. Move your arm. Extend your right leg. Exhale, kick yourself up to sit. All the way tall. Inhale. Exhaling as you go down towards your right foot. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhaling, reaching down. And inhaling all the way up. Exhaling as you go down. And inhale all the way up. Good. Hands go down, cross your legs. Facing the front of the mat. And we're going to step into the downward facing dog. Exhaling to the back of the mat. Nice. When you come into plank, inhale. Knees down or legs straight. Shift your body weight forwards. Bend your elbows as you lower down. Slowly controlled onto the belly. Press the tops of the feet down. Lengthen one leg. Lengthen the other leg. Good. Hands separate. Rolling the shoulders back and peel yourself off the floor. Slowly lowering down. Exhaling as you come all the way up. Inhaling all the way back. Now, if it feels nice, you continue doing that. If you want to do a little bit more, lower your hands down, press the tops of the feet down, and then lift up into your upward facing dog. Your hips lift, and slowly lower down. One more time. Press the feet, press the hands, lift up into your up dog. Hips are lifted, knees are lifted, and slowly lower down. One more time, we press up into upward facing dog, knees, hip lift, and then lift up your hips, flip your toes, and go into your downward facing dog. Breathe deeply, in and out through the nose. Good, right leg lifts up, left knee is bent. Bounce a couple times. Actually, each time you try, your foot is going to get a little bit more to the front of your mat. So step forward, your foot in between your hands, and lower your left knee down. Circle your arms up as you inhale. Good, and then your right hand is going to be on your knee. The left arm is going to be up. We're going to move in and out of the stretch at first. So first exploring what space we have, and then we'll stay there. Yeah? So you're going to reach back, pressing your hips forwards, and then slowly come out of it. Okay, so you reach your arm back, you open up the left side by pressing the hips forwards, and then you slowly come back. If you feel that knee hurting, then you can roll up your towel or your yoga mat, and place it under your knee so it's a little softer. One more, reaching back and coming out of it. Then we're going to come up, hips forwards, and you can stay in that stretch. Press the right foot, right hand forwards. Press the left toes down to arch back. Lift up the heart and reach back. Breathe into the chest. Do not hold your breath. And arch back as far as you feel comfortable. Good. Slowly lowering down. Reaching to the long edge of the mat. Finding your both legs straight. Bend your left knee. Bend your right knee. You're side squatting from side to side. Bend your left knee. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. And bend your right knee. Good. Hands press down. You can heel toe or you can jump into your squat position. I'm turning around again so you're in the squat. Good. Reaching your right arm up, left hand down, and switching from side to side. If you tried the binds on the other side, then we can also try here the binds again. We're going to start with the right hand down, left arm up, left hand into the lower back. Yeah. Now I'm going to turn with my thumb down first, reaching for the other hand. And then whatever the heels, the hips want to do, I'm leaning onto my right leg so I can twist open with the left chest. Rolling the left shoulder back, leaning to the right. Good. Slowly coming down. If this binding doesn't work for you, you just continue going here, right? That's also fine. But we're going to try the other side if you're trying it with me, binding. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand goes onto the lower back. The left hand is going to go down, thumb down first, and then see if you can grab behind. And so it's like you're grabbing your hands. You need quite long arms to do this. Leaning to the left, opening the right side of the chest. The right shoulder is reaching back. Okay. Nice. I'm going to turn the screen just a little bit more so now you can see me stand. Okay. Knees are bent. Yeah. Reach your hands forwards. The last time to get the heart rate up. Yeah. Inhale, reach your arms up, come up to stand. And then exhaling, bending the knees and lowering down. Inhale, reach forwards, press your feet, come to stand. And exhale, lower down. One more time, reach forwards. This is a hard movement, but you want to be able to do this as well when you're 80 years old, being able to stand up like that. Good. Shift your body weight into the right leg, lift up the left knee. Yeah. The right elbow is going to go to the left knee, and then you're going to go down like you're running. The left elbow is going to go to the right knee. Balancing on the right foot coming up. Right elbow is going to go towards the left knee, like a dancing Shiva. And then you're going to go down, left elbow to right knee. Coming up, the dancing Shiva, like that statue over there, right? And then going to that running position again. Woo. One more time, going up. Woo. I'm losing my balance. You might be too, right elbow to the knee. Good. Stepping your both feet down, turning again to the front of your mat. Bend your knees and slowly lower down. One more time, we can try the crow pose. If you don't want to try anymore, which is fine, then you're just going to stay in the squat position. In the squat position that you're going to stay in is going to keep the hands close and press the knees out. Yeah? So that will keep the spine straight. But if you want to try one more time, standing on your hands, balancing on your hands, now let's give it one more try. Hands, knees on top of the arms, hands down, spread your fingers wide, shift your body weight forwards. This might be fine. Maybe you lift one leg. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Come up again. Place your elbows down, hands down, shift forwards, look forwards, lift your left knee. 3, left foot, 2, left knee would be hard. 1. Good. One more time, lifting the hands. Maybe you can lift both feet, who knows? Hands go down, shift your body weight forwards. Maybe 1 foot lifts, maybe 2 feet lift, then maybe the feet can touch. Look forwards, not at the screen, then you're gonna fall. Now lift your feet up. Good, nice. Slowly, let's come to sit. And from there, one more time, lift up the feet in this boat pose position. The last one. You can move around if you prefer that one, or you can lift your feet, but stay up with the upper body, don't sink in. Holding it for 5. I'm waiting until you're starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot in front of the left foot. Come to sit still. Close the eyes and feel. You might feel some sweat dripping. You might feel some pressure on the upper arms if you tried that crow pose a couple of times. You might feel heat in the body. But hopefully also if you sit here, your spine feels different. Then slowly open up the eyes. Place your feet to the front. Slowly roll down. We're done. Almost. Good. Separate your feet a little bit wider. Let your knees drop over to the right. Good. Left arm is reaching up overhead. Good. And then just stay there. Relax your muscles. Breathe. You don't have to work that hard anymore. You did hard work already. There's still that option to place the right foot on the knee, but you know, this part of the class is not so much about working hard, it's more about relaxing. Good. Slowly coming back. Left arm down. Let your knees drop over to the other side. And lift your right arm up one more time. It's okay if your right butt cheek lifts off the floor, just let it. Close your eyes and breathe through the nose. Relaxing your throat and relaxing your jaw. Nice. Slowly come back up to center. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. And this one is called the happy baby pose. So you can hold onto your feet. Babies do this, right? When they discover that they have feet and they can touch them. You can swing from side to side if that's nice, and see if you can massage the back a little bit. So maybe you have to stick out the butt a little bit to massage the lower back. And then notice when you lift off your hips a little bit more, your tailbone, you get more into the middle back. And sometimes the rocking is hard to balance. So it's okay if you fall to one side and if you fall to the other side. That's also okay, you know, there's no bad thing about that. Just let it happen. If it feels nice for you, you can think about straightening the legs, but we didn't do too much hamstrings today, so just see if that feels nice or not. If it doesn't feel nice, don't do it. Okay. Then just hug your knees into the chest. And wrapping your arms around your knees. Now one more time, draw your navel in, and then lift up your head towards your knees. Slowly lower down. Pull the navel in and lift up your head, drawing your head closer to your knees. Really try to touch. One more time, last time, draw your navel in. And now kiss your knees, your left knee, your right knee, and representing that you did well. And then slowly you lower down. And relaxing the legs, you can extend the legs, arms alongside the body. We call this Savasana pose, which means that body pose in Sanskrit. So just lay down on your back. For some people, it's not so nice to have the legs straight when they lay on their back. So maybe bending your knees is nicer for you. You can also do that. Let your knees fall together. So that can also be a comfortable position to be in, and that's also nice to take. Your arms can be wide, your arms can be overhead if you have that space. And just let your body become heavy. With every exhale, you sink deeper into the floor. Just laying still and in silence for a couple minutes. You work very hard, so allow yourself to surrender and to do nothing right now. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers or wiggle your toes. Just slowly bring some movement back, not too quick. Circle your wrists, circle your ankles. Stretch your arms right over your head and make yourself tall. You can stretch the right side and stretch the left side. Slowly hug your knees into your chest. And once again, massage with your knees, your lower back onto the floor. Nothing too quick right now, just slow movements. Slowly roll over onto your right side. Use your right arm to support your head as a pillow. Take another long, deep breath. And then with the help of the left hand, you're going to push yourself all the way up. And you come back to a seated position. So just as we did in the beginning, maybe you sat on a book or a block or a cushion. So if that's nice, if it helps you to sit a little taller, you do it again. Take a moment to close the eyes. Hands somewhere on your lap, somewhere in your legs. Closing the eyes and feel again. How does your spine, your lower back feel? How do your hips feel after rolling all over your floor? After moving your spine in so many different directions? Hopefully it feels better sitting right here than the beginning of class. Hopefully something has shifted, something has changed. Let's bring the hands together in front of the chest, in front of the heart. And your eyes can stay closed. Just move your hands up and down, rub your hands together. As you rub your hands together, you'll notice that you start to create heat between your hands, energy between your hands. Keep rubbing up and down just a couple more times so you feel more heat. And then bring your hands into your eyes. So you feel the heat of the hands onto the eyes. Slowly you lower your hands until your fingertips touch your eyes, and you can move with your fingertips over your eyes, over your eyelids. Kind of like when you just wake up and you rub your eyes. Now massage around your eyes, massage your forehead. Massage next to the eyes, your temples. Let your fingers sink down and massage your jaw. Hopefully it doesn't feel so tense after this class. If it does, next time, try not to clench your teeth too much in the yoga class, but try to relax your jaw as you move. Lower your hands and massage your neck. And then again, lower your hands in front of your chest. Bow with your head down towards your hands. But bowing down with your head, with your brain, with your ratio. Down towards your body, your lower back. And bowing down to the body that gives all these signs during the day. The body always communicates with us. Only we don't really listen most of the time. But the body doesn't lie. It always gives us a lot of information about how we feel or how the situation around us is. So yoga is very helpful to just use an hour or 75 minutes to listen to the body, to listen to the signals of the body. So we're bowing down with our head and our intellect down to the body and the intelligence that is within the body. One more deep breath. And slowly you can open up your eyes. Namaste.